All right, everyone, without further ado, please enjoy the foundation.
The Foundation, an executive suite in a luxury hotel, Washington, D.C., present day. It's clean, cold, and expensive. It's the type of suite that everyday people only see in movies at the type of luxury hotel one stays in to report a bigger loss on their taxes. Ethan Huff enters, wearing a suit, somewhat disheveled from the partying. The suit, like the hotel room, looks expensive, but Ethan doesn't quite fit in either of them. He has earbuds on and is on a phone call. Behind him enters Joyce Lee, his wife. She is in a beautiful and tasteful dress, still put together. Her dress is also expensive and elegant, but doesn't quite scream rich in the same way as the hotel or, say, her husband's watch. During Ethan's call, she half listens to the call and half reacts.
Yeah, it was pretty wild to be there. Like, who would have thought that we'd ever be up there, escorted to the rotunda by the Secret Service and just, I don't know, looking around and seeing Tim and Jeff and the rest of us all up there while the president's being sworn in? And the after parties, whoo, don't get me started.
Ethan exits to the bedroom, taking off his jacket. Joyce makes a phone call of her own.
Yeah, Snoop! Snoop Doggy Dogg, he was performing all of the hits.
Hey, Sarita, it's Joyce. How's Penny?
Totally. The after parties, no expense spared.
Did she have trouble sleeping
I
again?
mean, a little tacky, don't get me wrong, but you could see the money everywhere. Just, jeez, like, how can anyone say America's in a decline when... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, look, I'll be back in the office in 2 days. How are things looking for the rollout of the new AI model? What do you mean things are behind? Make sure things are back on track by the time I get in. We will not be pushing the presentation back, and we need it to kick ass, okay? I was literally looking around at everyone this morning, and yeah, there was a bit of like, who would have thought we'd be here? But it was also a reminder of what a goddamn arms race this all is. We will not be caught at the back of it, you understand? Good. Speaking of, are you waiting on me for anything? Am I holding anything up? Shit, that's right. We should have sent in that statement last week. Just have GPT write it. Oh, actually, let me use mine. It'll be better. Yeah, okay. I'll send it over. Yeah, put eyes on it, but I'm sure it's good. I've been training it. All right. Yeah, talk to you later. Yeah, message me if anything comes up, but yeah, we'll be back soon. Thanks, Aya. Bye.
As Ethan hangs up, Joyce re-enters. She sits back down. Ethan makes his way to the hotel phone and picks it up.
Hi. Yeah, this is room 1292. Yeah, Ethan Huff. Can we get an order of the 20-ounce ribeye, mashed potatoes, and glazed asparagus? Joyce, do you want anything?
Oh, no. Actually, can you ask for some extra bath towels?
Can you send up some extra towels? And let's add a bottle of Cristal in 2 glasses. And you can just leave it at the door when you knock. Thank you. No, it's been a long night, but I thought we could continue the festivities, just the two of us. Can't finish a bottle on my own, so I figured you could help me out. Joyce? Joyce,
Sorry. Yes?
you okay?
Sure.
Sure?
Yes. Just tired. I don't know.
What are you looking at?
Nothing, just posts and stuff.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah?
I saw when you had to walk past that group of protesters.
The Asian American Women's League.
I heard them yelling at you.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand what they were saying.
They were speaking in their mother tongues to get the point across. Traitor. Villain. Sellout. That was just the Cantonese I could make out. I'm sure the other languages had the same sentiment, too.
That's harsh. And what makes them think that they can go after you, of all people, like that?
I'm a member of their league.
Oh,
I knew most of them.
I see.
Yeah, I was braced for it. I knew they'd be there.
You did?
I'm on the mailing list. I'm the only one who didn't sign up to bring food for the protest potluck.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Me too.
You okay?
I don't know. We'll see.
Is there anything I can...
No. You told Zaya to run something through GPT that you're pushing out?
Yeah?
Without putting eyes on it first?
Zaya's taking a look. It'll be fine.
Don't you think people will notice it's AI?
It'll be fine. No one cares.
No one cares if it's actually you?
That's close enough. Oh, you were talking to Sarita? How is Penny?
Asleep. Sarita said she was being fussy about food at dinner, but otherwise a smooth day.
Good. It'll be nice to be home for a bit after all this.
Oh, it feels like we've been on the road so much these past few months with all the initiatives and the press.
It's been fun though, right?
What do you mean?
The press tour. The influencers and all that, talking to them. To be able to finally speak up for myself has felt great.
I don't.
We usually hiding behind press releases and prepared statements and edited videos, right? Makes me feel trapped. But when I got on like Rogan, I just got to say what was on my mind. I haven't felt that kind of freedom in just, I don't know how long.
I mean, Sage was still there flagging anything they might need to edit out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I told her I wanted them to keep it all in. Fuck it. And you heard the interview. Sage did not have her hands on any of that.
Yes, I had that feeling.
And
How did she feel about what you were saying? Unedited.
queasy.
Sounds right.
But I told her that this was the deal. That was what I wanted for the interview. And at the end of the day, she works for me, so.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Joyce begins to take off her heels.
Oh, these heels.
You looked beautiful.
Oh, my feet are killing me.
Here, let me.
Ethan has Joyce prop her feet up on his lap and he gives her a foot rub.
I didn't realize how long that was going to be.
Yeah.
I knew there were after parties we were going to, but I thought we'd at least have some time to freshen up back at the hotel. I was hoping to get a call in with Penny while she was still awake. My parents called too.
What were they calling about?
I don't know. I didn't pick up. Probably to make sure I'm safe. They're worried something might happen to us here.
They're always worrying about you.
I know, but this is different.
How so?
All of this political stuff. I think they're seeing something they're familiar with, and old anxieties start to creep up.
We're fine.
I know.
They're fine. They have nothing to worry about. Must have thought it was pretty cool to see their daughter up there on TV.
They're used to seeing us on TV at this point.
But not as a White House guest. I'm sure they were bragging to all their friends about it.
Maybe.
Ethan finishes the foot rub.
Thank you.
Of course.
I think we should start getting a head start on packing a little before we go to bed.
Oh, but it's so late.
I know, but our flight is early. We don't want to miss it.
No, would it be the end of the world if we did?
Penny is waiting for us.
I know.
And Sarita has a school event she has to get ready for.
We can pay her extra.
She has a school event.
I can make it worth her while.
Babe.
Fine.
Thank you.
They kiss. Ethan goes to the bedroom and returns with a laptop donning a Paragon logo.
What are you doing?
I just want to look into some things.
On your work laptop?
Joyce goes to their bedroom.
Is it still a work laptop if you run the company?
I think so.
Joyce returns with a wipe, removing her makeup.
Yeah, things should be calming down now, after today. At least when it comes to travel and that. Lord knows with the ramp up of all this AI development, there's no time to take a break. But at least we'll be home with Penny.
Of course. Hey, how is everything going at Paragon? It all feels pretty intense.
It's a race. Yeah, I'm making sure we do everything we can to be ahead of the curve.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it's no different than when we launched our social interface. The standard is always moving. Yeah, the thing about this is, it's moving so fast. Honestly, we've been using and testing the technology internally for years, but now it's moving faster than anyone expected and faster than anything that has come before it. So OpenAI sets a benchmark, Google iterates from there, Anthropic adds a new model, and who the fuck knows what Elon's doing? Everyone's pushing their chips all in at once because we know that whoever establishes the application that becomes the default in AI, they're in control of the future. Why do you ask?
There's just a lot of talk at the foundation.
About
Well, questions, really. Just where is this all going and what does it mean for
them?
everything?
Well, it should be nothing to them.
I don't think that's true.
No, we said it from the beginning. Paragon and the LNH Foundation are two separate entities.
I know,
So nothing happening at Paragon affects anyone at the foundation.
but it does.
According to who? The media? Public opinion? Because they can't separate the two? That's not my fault or my problem.
No, it affects them because clearly whatever happens with this technology is going to affect the whole world. And last I checked, our staff at the foundation are a part of the world.
Right.
I don't know why you had to get so defensive.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying there are questions and you're immediately on the
I'm
attack.
sorry. I don't know why. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
A knock at the door.
Must be your food.
Joyce,
You should get your food.
Ethan opens the door and goes out to the hallway. Joyce goes into the bedroom. Ethan returns rolling in a cart with food, champagne flutes, and a bottle of champagne in an ice bucket. He sets his food and both champagne flutes on the dining table.
they forgot the towels.
Ethan sits down to eat as Joyce returns with a laptop.
Oh, okay.
Want me to call them to come back?
No, it's fine.
I'll just call them. And we paid enough to be here. They can at least give us good service.
I'll go out and get them later.
You sure?
I'm fine.
Joyce works and Ethan eats.
You want some? It's good.
No, thanks.
Shall we open it?
After tonight, I'm not really feeling like. Maybe later.
Okay.
Ethan gets up and grabs one of the hotel's bottles of water to drink.
What are you doing?
Just checking some messages I'm getting from Jess and Reed.
They know you're here, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
What?
It's just if they know you're here, one, in D.C., 3 hours ahead, and two, out celebrating Inauguration Day, then why are they messaging you things that can wait?
One, you are making assumptions about the importance of what they are messaging and whether they can wait. And two, they are messaging me because I am here. They didn't call. They messaged so they can continue their work as they are supposed to, and I can get to it when I choose to get to it.
And you are choosing to get to it now.
Ethan, what are these questions? If you have something to say, why don't you just say it?
I just don't understand why you're choosing now to start working when we're here together with some rare alone time.
Okay, I hear that. And also, you were on a work call the entire ride back to the hotel and stayed on the call through the lobby all the way back to the room. So I'm not the only one working during our rare alone time.
Yes, but Zaya was
And please don't unintentionally compare the importance of Paragon and the work of the Foundation.
Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I, of course, know that your work at the Foundation is very important.
Our work.
Yes.
The L&H Foundation. Lee and Huff.
Yes, our. How's the transition going?
Oh, not quite on schedule.
How far behind?
I talked to the PR team and they put together a press release and a set of other announcements about the new education program launches to soften the blow. I told PR to keep it confidential until I made the announcements to the staff, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Joyce.
I know.
We have to make these changes.
You tell the entire staff that a fifth of their coworkers are being let go and that our efforts to help eradicate homelessness don't matter anymore.
We talked about this months ago. We agreed
I
that
did not agree to this. I was told that it had to be done.
so that we can focus our resources on the Foundation's other pillars to make a greater impact in those areas. We agreed you would be the one to tell the staff. You're positioned in charge on purpose. And plus, the staff already has a hard enough time accepting me as a part, clearly.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't always true.
Can you please just make sure that once we're back home that you prioritize that transition? I made promises, and I need to make sure that we follow through on them.
Right.
Now, enough about work. Can I please pop open this very nice bottle of bubbly for the two of us?
Sure.
Great.
Ethan pops open the bottle of champagne and pours.
I know we miss Penny a great deal, but it still is nice to feel like I can take you on a date, just the two of us. When you were a freshman at Stanford, did you ever think that you'd make it to the White House?
I mean, I'm not the president.
You know what I mean.
No, I didn't. Which is funny because I feel like everything at Stanford is presented in a way to make us feel like we were important. Like every single one of us was destined to be a change maker in the world because we made it there. But the thing about being the kid of Asian immigrants is that you're always told you had to be the best because you were the best. But if you thought you were the best, oh no, that's not humble. Who do you think you are?
Well, I never thought I'd make it to the White House either.
Yeah, but if it weren't for Paragon, you would have failed out of Stanford by junior year.
This is true, but I think part of the reason I started failing was because of Paragon. It needed more and more time, and I took my time from everything else and put it into that interface because I knew what it would become.
Oh, gosh.
What?
Ethan, you cannot rewrite history and tell me you knew with such certainty that it would all come to this. There were lots of times where things crashed and failed on you and you had no idea what to do. There were times you were going to quit. You cannot erase that, sir. I was there.
Yes, you were. Well, here's to you being there.
Joyce, toast.
I would literally be nothing without you. I love you. Thank you.
And thank you. We got where we are as a team.
One more toast. To us being here.
Instead of toasting, Joyce finishes her glass.
What?
I'm sorry.
Joyce, what is it?
Can we not?
What?
Can we not pretend?
Pretend?
Look, I'm trying. I'm really trying to just compartmentalize and have a lovely evening in this hotel with my husband, but
But what?
don't make me pretend like I'm happy to be here.
You're not happy to be here with me.
No, Ethan, it's not you.
Then what is it?
It's this.
Joyce walks to the curtains and opens them to reveal a view of the White House.
All of this. That doesn't mean what it used to mean, and you are acting like everything is normal when it is not normal.
Hey. I know you don't agree with everything.
I don't agree. Am I alone now?
We don't have to agree with everything every administration does or says. That's what America is.
But it'd be nice to agree with something, right? At least one thing that comes out of their mouths.
Of course.
But this is different. You can't just say this is what America is, because actually, this is not what America promises.
But is this different?
It sure feels that way, at least to people like me.
I don't want to do this right now.
And I do.
Well, you're the one who won't stop pushing.
You're the one who brought us here.
Can we please just try to enjoy ourselves? I'd like to enjoy this time we have on vacation.
This is not a vacation.
Then what is it? Come on, Joyce. I know you took some calls, and I took some calls, and you answered some emails, but what else do you call this?
An event. We are here for an event. An event that you said we had to attend. You said we had to be here, so here I am.
And by event, do you mean the inauguration of the President of the United States? You're welcome. Anyone in the entire world would give their firstborn child to be able to attend this.
Not by my eye.
You're acting like I dragged you to some random house party. We were at the inauguration.
Yes, the inauguration you paid for.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You
Oh,
too?
I'm sorry. The inauguration brought to you by Paragon. Not us, right?
You know why we did that. With the Wild West that's in front of us, we needed to make sure that if legislation is going to be made around artificial intelligence, that it's favorable to us. And we are far from the only company that participated in this.
Yes, you had friends joining you. That makes it all better.
Well, why don't you go ahead and just smash your iPhone into pieces if you feel so strongly
What about
this?
the million that Paragon donated before the inauguration? The million on top of the inauguration million to help, I don't know, fund a campaign?
Can we pause? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. These donations made by my company, donations which I know you are not a fan of, were not made just now. So why is this coming up like this right now?
I don't know, Ethan.
What don't you know? I'm very confused.
Me too.
About what?
About you. You're like a completely different person. What is happening to you? All day today, I've watched you. I've watched you with the rest of them. Just prancing around so smug with yourself.
Smug?
Walking around like we did this. Walking around like you have no clue what this means. Sorry, let me clarify. Like you have no clue what this means for anyone but yourselves.
Come on, Joyce. You're smart. You know how these things work. You know that we're just trying to sweeten him up.
Getting
so that,
on your knees.
whatever you want to call it, our play is much bigger than his lifelong ego-stroking quest.
No, Ethan, you're wrong. What all of you have done is much bigger than your play, much bigger than your ego-stroking quest.
Do you hear yourself?
Do you really think that you can just give them money publicly and separate it from whether or not you support them?
Yes.
Even if that were true, which is not, your money still put him in power.
My money did not put him in power. You are overvaluing a $1 million donation.
But all of
you
you-
put all the Bay Area's donations together, and it still does not buy an election, especially not a presidential election.
Are you sure? What if you include the information they bought from you with those donations? The experts, statisticians, pollsters, political scientists, they can't predict anything anymore. The polls mean nothing. The people we used to look to for answers no longer know what is going to happen. Except, maybe there are people who can predict what will happen. There are people who, at the very least, know how to make what they want to happen, happen.
What are you talking about?
You. Paragon. You all know more than anyone else the power you hold. You have spent a decade gathering information, becoming more and more ubiquitous in everyone's everyday lives. But then what started as sharing an inspiring song lyric or a perfectly framed photograph of avocado toast was suddenly filled with potential. Right? Potential that could be harnessed for whatever you please. You've created all these tools, this technology, for us to stay connected, build this global village. But along the way, you discovered some things. You obsessed over what was happening with your little toys overseas, tested some things out in the Philippines, learned just how far you could take things, came home and said, hey, look what we can do. Look how we can manipulate an entire country. Who wants in? And this is just what I know because of my proximity to you. I'm sure I can't even scratch the surface of the rest of them.
The information we compiled on how our platforms can be used as a marketing platform is available to anyone. We didn't discriminate by political beliefs. We are happy to share the data and modeling with anyone.
Anyone who could pay for it, regardless of beliefs? Even if those beliefs are bigotry, violence, corruption? You sound like an arms dealer.
You sure are making me sound like one.
I'm not making you sound like anything. You are doing it all on your own.
Joyce, why is this our responsibility? I'm not in politics. I don't run a campaign. I run a business.
But once you started to feel the need to influence politics, I believe you are in politics.
What do you want me to do? Just pretend like these things don't exist? You want me to erase talk of politics and elections and everything that we do?
Sure, why not?
Would you say that to the inventor of paper? Is the paper industry responsible for everything that's ever been written down?
You are being ridiculous.
No, I'm serious. Where does personal responsibility come into play?
Personal responsibility.
Why does it have to be my responsibility to mind what other people do? Would this have been a problem if they lost? Or if I withheld our models and only gave it to the liberals? Would that kind of influencing be okay? Because I would argue that, regardless of beliefs, we all believe in democracy and free speech.
Free speech is different from lies.
Oh my God!
Ethan picks up his plate of food and throws it across the room in frustration, shattering the plate and leaving the remains of his meal throughout the floor.
Fuck. I am sick of all these questions and accusations. They're constant. I get them day and night from all directions, and now I have to hear it from my wife? Seriously?
Ethan, lower your voice before someone calls hotel security.
No! Let them hear! I don't care! I want everyone to hear it! I want everyone to hear that it is not my job to patrol every crevice of the internet to make sure that it's safe for their simple minds. The internet is a tool. Paragon created a platform. We are not in charge of patrolling it.
Then who is? The government? Got it.
All I wanted to do was just enjoy today. I have been on non-stop. And I thought maybe this was the day that I didn't have to think about all of the bullshit. And I thought maybe after today, I would stop being thrown out to the wolves for other people's actions. But no, it doesn't fucking stop. And it continues immediately and in my own home.
I don't know who you are anymore.
Joyce leaves to the room, slamming the door behind her.
Shit.
Not knowing what to do, Ethan takes out his phone and checks his messages. He scrolls through photos and articles written about the inauguration. He looks closely at a photo of him and Joyce sitting together. After this, he takes a deep breath. He pours himself some champagne and drinks it.
Joyce. Joyce, talk to me. Joyce, I'm gonna get some air. I think I just need... I think we need... I'm gonna give you a moment, but can you please talk to me when I get back?
Ethan exits the room. After a moment, Joyce emerges from the room. She looks around and sees Ethan is gone. She picks up the shards of the plate on the ground and puts them on the table. Joyce calls her parents.
Ma? Hi. Sorry I missed your call earlier. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Ethan? Ethan is fine. Yeah, you saw it on TV. I know, it's a lot. How are you and Dad doing? Yeah, it's scary to think about what they'll do now that they're back in power. I know. I know how it looks to have me up. The League was there. Yeah. They saw me. Have I? No, I haven't talked to Ethan about anything yet. I know. I know! Mom, Ethan knows what he's... I'll talk to him. Hey, is Ba there? Can you put him on? Hi, Ba. No, I'm okay. Nothing's wrong. I don't know why I sound like this. I'm fine. I just wanted to say hi. I can't talk about it anymore right now because there's a lot going on over here, but we should try and plan a trip with all of us, okay? Penny misses you guys, and I want to be better about... Okay? Please? Thank you. I will be careful. I love you, Dad. Tell Mom I love her too.
Joyce hangs up. Joyce calls Sarita.
Hey, Sarita. Yeah, everything's okay. Sorry to worry you. I was just hoping... I know Penny is asleep, but would you mind switching to video and showing her to me, please? No, don't wake her. I just miss her and want to see her. Thank you.
The call switches to a video call. Joyce looks at her screen. She looks at her daughter.
Hi, baby. We'll be home soon. I love you. Okay. Thank you, Sarita. Sorry, it's just been a day and Anyway, have a good night. Thank you again.
Joyce hangs up. She looks around the room and cleans up Ethan's mess a little bit more. After some time, she hears the door start to open. She's not ready to talk to Ethan and goes back to the bedroom and shuts it just before he re-enters.
I'm back, Joyce. Honey?
Ethan pulls out his phone. He types into his GPT asking for an apology. The GPT makes a sound to indicate it is thinking.
Shit. Joyce, I want to start by saying I'm truly sorry for the hurt or frustration I've caused you. I shouldn't have done that. I sincerely apologize. I was just... The stress of everything, it's getting to me. I know how much it means to you that I listen, understand, and consider your feelings, and I never want you to feel that your voice doesn't matter to me. You have every right to express your worries and hopes for us, and I respect that deeply. I want us to keep talking about this with patience, kindness, and understanding. I never want anything to come between us. So, please, come keep talking to me.
Joyce opens the door.
Hey.
Ethan puts his phone away.
Do you remember when we first came up with the idea for the foundation? It must have been, 5 years ago? We were at Koopa Cafe, and we were having discussions not unlike what we were having now. Less heated, but not dissimilar. We were asking the hard questions about the future, of technology, of us, of the world. We were wrestling with what is our responsibility. Sounds familiar, right? This was before Penny was in our lives. We were still not sure she would happen for us when the rounds of IUI weren't working. Before you convinced me not to give up and to go through with IVF, Paragon stock hit another high, and it felt like, as early in life as it happened, it was time to think that maybe that was enough. Maybe we could think about other things. I got on one of my typical soapboxes, bringing up the things that scared me about the future, the things that frustrated me about today. How can we innovate technology at such rapid speed, but we still haven't found a cure for cancer? How can we spend all this time telling the youth about the importance of education, but schools are consistently underfunded? How can so few have so much, but too many have too little? All over the world, so many have no roof over their head. And as I went on and on, you listened. You truly heard me. And that was special. And from that conversation, we built something special. We built the foundation. Our foundation. That man I shared all those things with, that Ethan that heard my fears, my hopes and dreams, that's the man I love. That's the man who, amidst all the noise, I could say was good. But now I look at you and
Joyce, that's still me.
I hope so. I remember when you came up with the idea to introduce the L&H Foundation to the world through a letter.
It's little Penny.
Joyce nods her head. She takes out her phone and takes it out of the phone case. Within it are 2 pieces of paper.
I always keep a copy of the letter with me. I have it saved to easily pull out every now and then, when times are hard, in life, at work, with home. This reminds me of why we do what we do, and who we are. To our little Penny, we've just returned from our ultrasound appointment where we heard your heartbeat for the very first time. Though still so small, it's strong, steady, and full of life. According to the doctors, we won't get to meet you for another 4 months, but we simply couldn't wait to talk to you. Hearing your heartbeat fills us with joy and wonder, knowing you're already working so hard to join us in this world. We want to be honest with you. The world you're coming into can be a challenging place. It often feels divided, uncertain, and in need of healing. Too many people live in unimaginable circumstances, and there are still illnesses without cures or prevention. But amidst it all, there is hope, and we are determined to be part of that hope. We are grateful to have the means and the heart to try to make a difference. Our journey to bring you into this world was not an easy one, and we will never take your life or our ability to help others for granted. Today, we're excited to share the next chapter of our family's story, the creation of the L&H Foundation. Just as you're fighting to make your way into this world, we're committed to fighting for a better world for you. We do this because we love you deeply, and because we believe in people. We believe in kindness, in compassion, and in the goodness that connects us all. We want the world you inherit to be brighter, safer, and more just. And we promise to do our part to make that so. See you soon, our beautiful little Penny. With all our love, Mom and Dad. I loved the idea of the letter so much. It felt so meaningful, so loving. The perfect way to share with the world our vision of the future and the potential of humanity. But then you couldn't find the time to write the letter with me, and I was frustrated. I wrote the first draft of it by myself, and I begged you at the very least to take a look at it and edit it so it had some bit of you in it. For nothing else, for Penny to know that it came from both her mother and father. I was very upset. But I remember when you came back with your edits, your voice combined with mine. I thought it was perfect.
It's a good letter.
That letter meant so much to me. It still does.
Me too.
And that letter, our collaboration on it, it helps remind me of who you are and who we can be together.
Joyce puts the letters back inside her phone case.
I actually keep both the original letter I wrote by myself and the one you handed to me once you finally took the time. Ethan, I've seen this shift in you. Your focus, your demeanor, your presence, it's all different. And I don't know why. It's been happening for a long time, I know this. And I've kept it to myself because I understand, yes, we are allowed to grow. We are allowed to change. We are allowed to continue to find ourselves, but I need to know that you are still the man I married.
Of course I am.
Are you sure? Because I'm struggling.
Yes, absolutely. What do you need from me to prove it to you?
What if you worked at the foundation full time?
Like, exclusively?
Yes.
Leave Paragon.
Step aside.
But why?
Why not? When we started the foundation, we were passionate about it, weren't we? We believed in it, right?
Obviously, I put a lot of money into it.
And we are so lucky to be in a place where we can just spend the rest of our lives giving back. You have accomplished so much. You have reached the peak.
No, Joyce, I haven't. We're in the middle of... We're just scratching the surface of what AI will mean to the world, and I am going to be at the front of it.
Do you have to be?
Yes,
Why?
because if I'm not the one out front, who will be? And whoever it is, how can we know? How can we trust what they will do with it? What will they use it for? If I'm the one at the steering wheel...
So this is about power? When is enough enough, Ethan? When do you have enough power?
This isn't about me. This is about the world.
And what if the world isn't ready for AI?
The world wasn't ready for social media either, and they adapted.
Or worse, what if the world isn't meant to have AI and you and your friends are just creating an atom bomb the size of the entire globe?
They are not my friends. They are my competition. Artificial intelligence is coming whether we like it or not. I have no control over that. But what I can have control over is being the leader in it. And whoever makes it feel inevitable and safe wins. And if I'm in control, then I can steer it in a direction that is safe for us, for all of us.
Because that worked so well before?
It's about direction. If I don't steer this, someone else will, and they won't have our values. The future needs architects, not spectators.
You are so full of yourself. You always have been,
Some might argue it's how I got where I am,
probably.
how we got to where we are. Joyce, I love the Foundation almost as much as I love you. But you must understand that I cannot dedicate the rest of my life to it. Not now, maybe not ever.
Not ever?
I cannot step away from this.
You are so confident that you are above it all. That for some reason no one else can control it. No one else can harness its power and use it only for good. You have convinced yourself that you can be the first ever benevolent monopolist in history, but Ethan, that's never existed before. It can't exist and never will. Not even with you. You will change, even more than you already have.
Benevolent monopolist, seriously?
Ethan, do you ever worry you have become the thing you are trying to protect us from?
No.
Okay.
Joyce enters the bedroom to start getting her things ready for their departure.
Is this serious? Is this a real suggestion?
Is it that crazy?
Yes. This would be a huge shift. This is an enormous decision that would have huge ripple effects on a lot of things. You were just springing this up on me out of nowhere.
You make enormous decisions that affect everyone every day.
I know, but
I know this would be big. Yes. I don't mean to pretend like this wouldn't be a huge decision. But I also don't think it's so absurd that we shouldn't even consider it. I've thought about it.
Clearly.
And the more and more I think about it, the more I feel it's a good idea. For many reasons.
Like?
For one, think about how much more time you'd have with Penny.
I can make more time for her without having to leave
You always say that. It never happens. You always get pulled away.
What would that even entail? Me leaving the company for L&H.
You always talk about how tired you are. You have accomplished more than enough. You can step away and get that rest.
Okay, but it's not like I'm just fully retiring. You're saying that I put all my time into the Foundation, which would still take our time, so...
But it would be different. It could be less. You don't have to be pressured into all of these different directions like you are now. You can focus on what you want to focus on. Dedicate the amount of time that you feel comfortable with. And you know we have the resources for you to put together teams to work with you and support you so the work can continue on your terms. You can dedicate yourself to whatever you want to choose. Whichever of our initiatives you feel most drawn to. New STEM education? Neurodegenerative disease?
It's certainly what scares me the most.
Then fight it before it affects either of us. We can eradicate it.
That's optimistic.
We founded L&H on optimism, remember?
A well-trained advanced AI model could expedite testing, ruling out dead ends.
True. That's a wonderful use for the technology. A real goal to work toward. You can just focus in on one thing, maybe, like you used to be able to do. You don't have to oversee the whole thing for once. You must be tired of that.
I can't even remember life before Paragon. It feels like it's run my life for so long.
It's running your life?
It feels that way sometimes, most of the time.
Well, allow me to remind you that our life before Paragon was kind of nice.
We were kids.
Yes, happier kids.
Happier than we are now?
I think so.
We were directionless.
We were students. We were supposed to be directionless. Life doesn't always have to move so fast. Sometimes it's nice to just take a moment and sit in the quad and hold hands. Dream.
We still dream.
It's different when dreams feel achievable. Pressure distorts dreams.
And we still hold hands.
Ethan begins looking at more things on his phone.
What are you looking at?
The photos the AP released from the events today. See? Proof we still hold hands.
Sometimes I just miss the days where our biggest worry is whether or not my parents would like you.
That was a pretty big worry for me.
I know.
Sort of still is.
I promise you, it's not you. It's just their tone. Sometimes.
Very reassuring. Gosh, do you remember the first time you introduced me to your parents?
Yes.
I was terrified.
No.
I was this dweeby white guy failing out of Stanford.
I didn't tell them that part.
And I somehow ended up dating their perfect, beautiful daughter, excelling in everything in life, academics, social life, intramural volleyball. And they were about to find out that hidden amongst all her successes was one enormous mistake.
What? Oh. I remember you showed up to my apartment 2 hours early, and for some reason, in a full suit.
I thought I needed to impress.
We were going to Pho. No one wears a suit to Pho.
And you sent me home to change.
And you came back in shorts and flip-flops.
You told me I was overdressed.
And seeing you so grossly underdressed taught me something about you.
What?
That you have no way of gauging for yourself how to dress for the occasion.
I was sent back to my place a second time, but this time with you by my side to pick the appropriate attire. And you saved me, as I would soon get used to.
They liked you.
They did not.
Eventually, you grew on them.
Debatable.
They were asking about you.
When?
I called them earlier when you stepped out.
What did they say?
Just asking how you were doing.
How did they sound?
I don't know. I worry about them
Why?
because they're old and they're Asian. You see what's happening to their demographic on the news.
Right.
And also, I don't know. I just want to make sure that they are taken care of and that they know that I'm grateful to them for everything they did for me. I feel so guilty sometimes
Of?
of abandoning them. Everything with our lives. Paragon for you, the foundation for me, being in the public eye. It's so all-consuming, and I guess I just assumed that taking care of my parents and my children would be the thing that's all-consuming. I have so many other things going on taking my attention. I can't help but think I'm doing something wrong.
We'll do anything for them.
I know.
What?
I don't know that everything that we're doing is actually good for them. Everything that you've been doing with...
You said you've been thinking about this.
Yes,
For how long?
I don't know. Maybe over this past year?
Why?
Because I'm scared.
Of what?
The future.
Our future?
Not just our future, everyone's. Maybe there have been other times in history that have felt like this, but not in our lifetime. And honestly, I don't know that history applies to what's happening today. Not this time. When the pandemic started, we were sheltered in place and the roads were empty. Remember how we'd go on those evening walks?
You know, there's nothing else to do.
We would go on those walks and we noticed that the skies were suddenly so much bluer than we'd ever remembered them being. Animals we did not realize lived near us were walking amongst us. Pollution had subsided dramatically. It made me think to myself, maybe the pandemic was Earth's way of making us reset. Like COVID was the Earth's way of making us sit in a corner and think about what we had done.
It's a funny way to think about that.
I'm worried that everything happening now is another version of that.
Another global pandemic?
No. I guess I'm worried that what is happening now is history telling us that we have gone too far as a country and that we need to be punished. The country has gotten too big, or the country's head has gotten too big. We've started to think too much of ourselves, and I don't know, maybe our hubris is going to be our downfall.
You're talking about the downfall of the United States?
Yes.
Feels dramatic.
I don't think it is, Ethan. Are you not worried about Penny's future?
Of course I am. I think about my daughter's future. But what you're saying
How
is-
can you not be concerned about everything going on when Penny is just 4 years old? Look at what a shit show this country is now. What is going to happen when she is a teenager? Worse, when she's an adult. We look at smaller, less developed countries and see elections get manipulated to put dictators in power. Suppression of opposing voices, government control of the truth. We are no better anymore.
Joyce,
We used to look down on everyone else, but America is just the same. The same things are happening. Assassination attempts. I mean, my God, Ethan, what needs to happen for you to be worried about this country?
fine, Joyce, I have been worried about this country.
So what are you going to do about it?
I've done things.
Like?
Look, can we just talk about this some other time? It's late. We've both had incredibly long days and we're both tired. I think we're starting to say things we don't mean and it's only going to get worse.
No, Ethan.
Can't this wait?
I don't think it can. You don't understand how catastrophic this all can be. You take America for granted.
What's that supposed to mean?
Your family has been here for generations.
And we're back here again.
You don't know what it's like to see your parents or even grandparents live hiding their disappointment in this country.
We told your parents that they should stop working and we could take care of them.
That's not the point.
Isn't it though? Didn't we gain the means to take care of them because of what we could achieve in America?
They didn't want us to just take care of them.
Which makes zero sense.
What else would they do with their lives?
Literally anything.
They came here for a purpose, and this country slapped them in the face with reality. All they know about life in this country is being undervalued, mistreated, but putting blinders on and working tirelessly despite all of that for their children.
Clearly, they are an American success story. Now, they should have the opportunity to rest, an opportunity we generously offered to them.
That's the thing. They didn't want to change.
What does that even mean?
We offered them money. We offered them a home. We offered them anything they wanted. And it was the right thing to do. It was the kind thing to do. But what we offered them was an entirely different life. We were asking them to be completely different people. What they wanted, what they expected when they first came here, what they deserved, was to be treated with respect for who they are, not treated with respect only once they could afford it. You assume that a rough patch in America is just a rough patch. You assume that it will always recover. I have spent my entire life watching my parents work themselves into exhaustion to receive just a fraction of what they deserved, a fraction of what this country promised them. I have grown up knowing this country is broken. And I've grown up being told stories of all the other countries around us who have fallen and crumbled. I'm not blind to the fact that we are not immune to it happening in this country too. So yes, I see where my parents are in their life. And I see our daughter who has yet to live hers. And I am worried. I am terrified. And to be honest, you are not helping.
You really think me leaving Paragon is going to help?
Yes.
It's not. Joyce, why are you pushing this so hard? Is this really about Paragon, or is it because of the schedule? My schedule has always been like this since I dropped out of Stanford. Are you overwhelmed by things at the foundation? Maybe you can take a break. Or if you need more support, once we lay off all the housing staff, we can push those resources into helping you more. Or if you're scared to let them go, we can just keep them on to be your support.
No, it's not that.
Then what is
It's
it?
who you've become. Sometimes I don't know who you are anymore, and I don't know, in my desperation to figure out what is going on with you, how I can save you. I thought maybe if you just stepped out of all of this AI stuff, maybe you'd snap out of it.
Okay, and please tell me, who have I become?
I am trying to believe that those donations are purely a business move. That you suddenly befriending the right and hanging with the manosphere is all part of some big plan,
What?
but you look like you're loving it. Hanging with those bros, live streaming at a shooting range, talking shit with the Blaze Boys. You seem to be having a great time.
It's all fucking around. It's not that serious.
Florida dinners with the House Committee.
We've been dubbed tech bros from day one. This is who we've always been.
Tech bros and far right bros aren't the same thing. Or at least they didn't used to be.
See, maybe this is actually the problem that we find ourselves in now. It's like two people can't have differences anymore. Everything must live in extremes. People can agree on 75% of things, but we disagree on this, you're the devil. Everyone is just stuck hearing their own opinions regurgitated to them by their friends and people who think like them in these echo chambers. And once they are confronted with someone who disagrees with them even a little bit, they turn into goddamn children. Maybe democracy in America only works when the adults who live in the country can actually act like adults.
Funny,
What?
these echo chambers you speak of.
Am I wrong?
No,
Then
I'm just pretty sure those echo chambers were created by you.
The algorithm rewards engagement.
To maximize marketing revenue, I know. But what else does the algorithm rewards engagement translate to? The algorithm rewards rage. The algorithm rewards trolls. The algorithm rewards shocking clickbait. The algorithm rewards lies.
And somehow this is our fault.
Ethan takes the bottle of champagne and drinks from it.
You created the algorithm.
But we did not create human psychology. The algorithm interacts with human nature as it is. We cannot control that.
Interesting how when it suits you, you talk as if you are on the verge of controlling anything and everything you want. But as soon as personal responsibility comes into the conversation, you are suddenly powerless to human nature.
Jesus Christ, Joyce, what am I supposed to do about it?
Fix it.
Very good, very fucking helpful.
Maybe you can start by banning misinformation?
We tried implementing fact-checking. It didn't work.
Did it not? Or did engagement go down and you had to make up a lie about the system not working in general so you could roll it back and pump profits back up? Just asking the question.
Where did you even come up with that?
Some people at the foundation were doing some digging. On the code. On the numbers.
You put our staffers
I didn't
up-
put anyone up to it. They did it all on their own.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe when you hire a team of smart, kind, and humanity-minded people, they're bound to get worried when one half of the Lee and Huff Foundation seems to take a turn for the worst. Perhaps when one half of the organization dedicated to putting resources to a positive impact starts to also put resources toward things that are opposed to those impacts, they are bound to have questions.
So what, is the work that they are doing to make the world a better place or whatever actually working to take Paragon down?
Can you ever stop being so self-centered?
Self-centered? That doesn't like this is about me.
Gosh, I can't stand going back and forth with you sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yes, you're impossible. Every single point anyone can make that should make any decent human being.
Decent?
Yes, any decent human being would take just a moment to actually listen to good, solid things to consider about, I don't know, the morality of what they do. But for you, whenever these things come up, if it's not in your best interest, then you just come up with some roundabout corporate tech speech to absolve you of any blame. We're just making tools. We're just making information easily accessible. Don't you want your life to be more convenient? It's the parents' responsibilities. You talk about how you've been held down by SAGE, by public relations managers and lawyers, but when it comes to what really matters, you are a walking canned answer. You are bullshit personified.
Oh. Very nice.
Joyce grabs the champagne bottle out from under Ethan's arms. She lets out a scream and shatters it on the table.
Ah!
Champagne gets on them both.
Well, look who's impossible to have a conversation with now.
Have you really lost all your compassion for, what, efficiency? I didn't tell anyone to dig anything up on you or Paragon. You knew before we even started that the type of people that wanted to work for L&H were already skeptical of you and your company to begin with. As your behaviors have started to shift more drastically over the year, they wanted to know if they can trust the people they work for. If they can trust that we are actually in this for the long haul.
And what was their conclusion?
I told them to let me try and get through to you before they made any.
So that's what this is about. You wanting me to up and leave Paragon? You acting insane tonight? This isn't about us, it's about them?
No, Ethan,
I'm your husband.
I know that.
We vowed to support each other, not some woke blowhards that work for us.
That is not what I'm doing.
I don't care how much we believe in the work. I don't care about them. We are more important than any of that. I will shut the fucking foundation down.
You will not.
Watch me.
We are not more important than the foundation's work. Not even close. It is so much bigger than you and I.
Oh, spare me, Joy. Stop talking to me like you're writing a bullshit grant.
A grant?
All this kumbaya crap, it's pathetic.
This is how you really feel.
I will not let some people that work for me make me look like some monster to my wife, to my family.
When are you going to stop blaming other people, Ethan? When will you see that it's not other people's perceptions making you out to be something that you are not? It's not some mob trying to cancel you. It's your words, your actions, nothing else. And frankly, you need to think about the consequences of what you are doing. To the world, yes. But if this is what will get through to you, just think about how it can affect your wife and your daughter. What you are doing to your family.
Where are you going?
I'm going to take a shower. I feel disgusting.
Joyce goes back to the room and shuts the door behind her.
I'm sick of this! It's not fair! You know it's true!
Ethan hears the shower turn on.
Fuck.
Ethan grabs the last glass of champagne that hasn't been shattered or spilled in the room and chugs it. After a moment, he goes to the other bathroom to pee. As Ethan is peeing, Joyce exits from the bedroom in her robe. She leaves to get the extra bath towels she needed. Once Ethan is done peeing, he returns from the bathroom. Ethan shakes his head. He takes a deep breath. He types on his phone as he walks to the bedroom door. He waits for a moment.
Hey, I know you probably don't want to hear from me right now, but I just need to say I'm sorry. Can we please start over? I shouldn't have let things get to that point. I got defensive and I said things I didn't mean, and that's on me. You didn't deserve that.
Without Ethan noticing, Joyce returns holding bath towels.
I know I came across like I wasn't hearing you, and that's not fair. You were trying to tell me about real concerns you have, and I should have listened instead of reacting. I know the changes you've seen in me. With the company, my views, the way I talk about things, they've made you uneasy. I get that, and it feels like I'm drifting towards something that you don't recognize, and that scares you, especially when you're thinking about what kind of world we're raising Penny in. And I want you to know that I hear that. I really do. I'm still me. I might still be trying to figure things out, maybe seeing some things differently, but that doesn't mean I've stopped being the man who loves you, who wants what's best for our family, who wants to raise our kid to be kind, thoughtful, and strong. I just want to talk to you from a place of understanding. I love you. I'm out here, calm, ready to talk whenever you're ready. No pressure.
Ethan,
Oh, I didn't realize. When did you leave?
towels.
Right.
Were you reading that just now?
What?
What you just said to me. Were you reading that?
Oh. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I said the right thing because this is an important conversation, so I typed it out. Can we talk?
I don't think I believe you.
Joyce?
Can I see your phone?
What?
Ethan,
No. Why?
can I please see your phone?
Why?
I'm really sorry to say that there is so much swirling in my mind right now, and I just need to know the
The
truth.
truth about what?
I need to know that what you just said was true.
It is. I meant every word.
I need to know that you were reading off of a note, like you said, and not reading off something written by one of your bots.
Don't be ridiculous. I can speak for myself. I would never need
Don't
to.
lie, Ethan. How many times do I have to remind you that the lies you love to throw around to the public don't work on me? I know the truth. Don't gaslight me. It won't work.
Joyce.
Give me your phone.
Joyce puts out her hand for Ethan to hand him his phone.
Ethan,
Joyce. Don't you trust me?
I don't think I do.
Ethan smashes his phone on the table over and over again, breaking it.
Got it.
Joyce, I don't know why I did that.
Really? It seems obvious to me.
I have nothing to hide.
And that's what that looks like?
Okay, I understand where you're coming from, and please just hear me out. You owe that at least to me.
Okay, Ethan. What do you have to say?
Yes. I did just now ask GPT to help me. And yes, I did just try to hide it from you in an insane way. But you must understand, I'm taking in a lot right now, and with everything happening so fast, I'm bound to act irrationally. I didn't have it write the apology because I didn't care. I did it because I do care so much. I wanted to make sure I got it right. I wanted to make sure that whatever I said to you was going to help make it right. So, I'm sorry if you see that as a betrayal, but you have to believe me that when I say that it wasn't my intent. My intent was to communicate to you as clearly as possible because you are so important to me.
But Ethan, the way to get it right, at least with me, your wife, is for it to be you. The real and full you. No editors, no PR, no GPT.
Okay. I know that now.
You should have already known that. I want to be talking to you. Whether we are telling jokes or deciding the fate of our family, it's supposed to be me and you. That's what we agreed to.
Okay. I understand.
Joyce and Ethan lock eyes for a moment. Ethan gives her a kiss.
Ethan,
Yeah.
tell me, when else have you done that?
Oh,
I just think I need to know what other moments AI was involved in, I don't know, pivotal conversations between us, just so I can recalibrate it all, I guess. And maybe I can move forward.
right. Honestly, I can't think of anything else.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, come on, honey, how often do we... I know we disagree on things and we challenge each other, but that's why our relationship is so strong, right? Today was just different, so I acted different.
Right.
Are we okay?
We're okay.
Thank you. Now that you have the towels, are you gonna take that shower?
Oh, I think I need a minute.
You mind if I...
Go ahead. I'll go after you.
Right. Shall we together? Yeah, just checking.
Ethan heads to the bedroom. We hear the shower turn on. Joyce stands up and walks to the broken phone. She picks it up and looks at the fractured glass that was once a touchscreen. Joyce closes the door. She goes to her laptop and opens the GPT. She takes a moment, scared to do what she is about to do. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. She takes out her cell phone and pulls her original letter to Penny from the case.
Edit this letter in the style of Ethan Huff.
Joyce takes a photo of the letter and sends it to the computer. She presses enter. The GPT thinks. The next few seconds feel like a heartbreaking eternity to her. A sound on her laptop. It's done. Joyce looks at her screen and gasps. She sees what she was afraid of.
To our little Penny, we've just returned from our ultrasound appointment where we heard your heartbeat for the very first time. According to the doctors, we won't get to meet you for another 4 months, but we simply couldn't wait to talk to you.
Joyce lets out a shattering cry.
No!
She takes Ethan's broken phone and throws it at the bedroom door. Ethan re-enters.
Joyce, are you okay?
It was AI!
What?
It was all a lie!
Are you still talking? I promise you, it was just today. And from now on,
I'm not talking about today, Ethan!
Then what are you...
The letter!
The letter?
Joyce shoves her laptop to Ethan. He looks at the screen.
The letter to our daughter. The one we supposedly wrote to her together.
Yes.
That was supposed to be the announcement of our life's work. The letter that the foundation of you and I are as a marriage is built on. That was all artificial.
Joyce grabs her copy of the GPT edited letter. She rips it to pieces and throws it at Ethan.
My love.
Don't.
It's not all artificial. It started with your draft.
Oh, trust me, I know.
And it really has a part of me in it.
Really?
Yes. I didn't know what to say or how to say it. And what you wrote was already so beautiful, so I had the GPT help me say the right things. It was really my sentiment. I've been training it to sound like me over the years. It has learned to be me extremely well.
And you didn't once think, during our many years of marriage since, that it would be worthwhile to share this information with me?
You were so upset with me because I hadn't given you my edits.
Yes! And what made me forgive you was all based on a lie. I was moved by what I thought was you, not a bot.
That's the thing, Joyce. The GPT is practically me. That's the power it holds. And you know how hard I personally worked on this. All of the hours I put into this. So, in many ways, this is not cheating or a shortcut. The GPT has become me. We're the same.
That's what I was afraid of.
Joyce, what are you doing?
Leaving.
What?
I can't stay here.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Why?
Joyce emerges with her suitcase.
Because apparently I am married to a computer. And that is not what I signed up for.
Joyce lifts her suitcase onto the table and starts to go back and forth from the room and the bathroom, packing her things.
Joyce, don't be like this.
Don't be like what?
You're being irrational.
I don't think I'm the one I would call irrational here.
Let's talk about it.
How?
I know I can be difficult, and I'm sorry, but for you, I will be different.
I thought you were difficult, Ethan. I thought you were difficult, and I thought that I could maybe handle that. But what I learned is that I'm not even talking to you.
You are talking to me.
Am I?
Yes.
Until what? Until the conversation gets hard and real, and then, oh, good thing I have my phone a friend to tell me what to say?
Ethan rushes over to Joyce's luggage and pours everything out of it. He tosses it all over the room.
Ethan, stop it!
No, you stop. You're acting like everything out of my mouth is from GPT.
No, it turns out just what's important.
Joyce pushes Ethan out of the way and starts to repack.
Jesus, how much of what you say to Penny is produced by your phone? Disgusting.
Being ridiculous. It's not like I have some earpiece that's telling me what to say at all times.
Not yet. Or better yet, a brain implant. Y'all are working on that too, right?
What can I do to make you stay?
Nothing.
I'll leave Paragon.
No, you won't.
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, please.
I will. I will if it means you'll stay.
And how long will that last? I get it now. This is your life's work. This is what you've worked your entire life towards. It's not me or Penny. It's not your family. It's this. Good. I understand now. I can act accordingly.
Where will you go? Not just tonight, after tonight, and after that. Where will you go without me?
I'll go to my parents, Ethan. After that, I don't know. But I've been given an example that you've never had, of what fighting through struggle looks like. What actually fighting for this country looks like. That's what my parents gave me. And that's something that you and all the privilege in the world cannot take away from me.
Jesus Christ, everything with you is about being Asian or a person of color or a kid of immigrants. It's your entire personality. We get it already. When can we move on?
Now. We can move on now.
Joyce shuts her suitcase.
Just like that, you're done. Everything that we've done together, built together, our family, you're just throwing that away?
No, Ethan, I'm not throwing anything away. We have a daughter. Like it or not, Penny will always keep us a family. We can't throw that away. But I can't raise her to be the woman I want her to be if I don't set that same example. I am going to be the woman I want to be. And to be that, I cannot stand by you. Not anymore.
Joyce, I need you. You know how much I need you. I'm nothing without you. I love you.
Do you? Or does your GPT tell you you do? I can't tell anymore. Turns out I never could. Because I thought so much was you that clearly wasn't. It was a computer running you, playing you. And I let it trick me. So, I refuse to be married to a piece of technology. I am a human being. And this world will always need human beings. Whether you and the rest of the boys like it or not, that is the truth.
Joyce gathers her things and opens the door.
Joyce, you knew who I was when you met me.
I did. But maybe now, Now I know who I am.
Joyce exits. The door shuts behind her. Ethan sits. After a moment, he shoots up and opens the door. He checks the hallway. She is gone. He slams the door shut, letting out a scream. Ethan picks up his broken phone and looks at it. It's useless. He takes out his work laptop and collapses into a chair. He sits alone, scrolling. Ethan turns on voice control on his laptop.
GPT. What do I do?
GPT makes a sound as it thinks. Blackout. End of play.
All right, everyone. So we're going to get some chairs out and we're going to have our discussion. Thank you all so much for being such a wonderful audience. Is the mic working? The mic's not working. But I have to turn it on. It's on me. It's my fault.
Better read that disclaimer again.
I made up all of that. I made up most of it, though, truly. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being a wonderful audience. I just want to know, Leanna or Caroline, I know that we have the room for a certain amount of time. How much time do we have? 20 minutes, great. I will make sure to keep to that so we could have cupcakes. We have burnt almond cupcakes on the other room. Hashtag San Jose. I was wondering, I'll start with this before we receive questions. One of the big things that I was wondering from people that I had in the survey, the QR survey that we had, was I was wondering what the themes of the play were to you. On Monday we had a very different version of the play. We had a long discussion, and like with many plays, we sort of all had different ideas about what the play was about. And then I came back and we had 20 more pages on Wednesday. Then we had 10 more pages on Thursday. But I'm just curious for all of you who weren't entrenched in it this whole week like we were, what was the play about for you all? Any of you? Can we get the lights on? Oh, great, yeah, awesome. Oh, yes. They're coming with a microphone to you. I know.
So I knew, the impetus of the play.
Yeah.
So I thought, and Silicon Valley and interracial couples, not knowing specifically AI, so that was an added thing. But I think that, at least for me, being white male, the idea of privilege blindness that extends beyond his relationship, like the fact that it's actually everything he does. He's so privileged that he doesn't see that using ChatGPT to make a apology is a problem. Like, it's so everything that his entire existence, it's colored by that in a way that I thought me coming into this play thought I knew interpersonally it probably is going to affect that, but not seeing that that's why he's making these choices about his job, about his, all these things. So for me, that's one of the takeaways that I got.
Cool, thank you. Anyone else? Yes. You can also just speak loudly. I think we're okay. It's a small room.
I can speak loud.
Great. You're the best.
So I thought it was really interesting how where's the line between reality and like what is the fantasy that AI is bringing in, right? Because Ethan was bringing in, it was almost like his identity, but it's like, is it real or is it not real? And where's that line?
Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else from the room?
For me, it's losing our humanity.
Losing our humanity. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yes. Cool.
The ability to step away from power. Ability to step away from power and control, and actually move towards like care and compassion.
Cool. I think in the front, and then we have you over here.
I just think it's communication, and I can. I think you say it's all about communication, and you throw AI in, and that's just a wrinkle. But reality is that there's two people that don't know how to talk to each other, with AI or not. It's still all about communication, and their communication sucks.
Yeah. Thank you. I think we had over here.
I thought the impression was about authenticity because they taught the reference that we could always talk to each other. We were always honest when we were students. And I got the impression that it wasn't so much using AI, but was lying about using AI that caused the problem. That if he had just said, listen, I'm bad with words. I'm not a word guy. I use ChatGPT, I'm sorry. I use it for the letter, I'm sorry. But the fact that he lied seemed the problem to me watching it.
On that note, in the script, I do put that everything that he writes on ChatGPT, I did use ChatGPT for. I didn't write those. Well, I like wrote a version of it, and then I had a weird conversation with it to like get it to produce what I felt good about. There was a point I started editing it, then I realized
Yeah.
I shouldn't edit it because we wanted it to sound weird.
Yeah.
I was like in the middle of rehearsal, like, oh, this doesn't sound right, and then I was like, oh wait, it's not supposed to. Right. Cool. Okay, that's really helpful. Oh yes, Karen.
I was going to say, I feel like it has a lot to do with the corruption of idealism. Because I think there are so many people who start off fighting the system, and then they get seduced by the idea that, oh, well, maybe I can fix the system from within. So then they become part of the system, and then find a way to actually excel at being part of the system, which then makes them the polar opposite of that person who was fighting the system.
That's awesome. Yes. Oh, there's so many responses. Okay, great.
There's a concept that AI can be personalized, and so you're calling into tension whether that really can occur or not, and what then becomes an authentic conversation.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. I think we had one more over there, and we can start. We can receive questions.
Oh yeah, I also wanted to say to me there was also themes of like in like difficult times and difficult conversations, when are you gonna draw a line and say like that's too far? Even if there's like a sunk cost fallacy of you've been together for so long, there's like a lot of emotional investment and both in like terms of like how long you've been together, but also how deep you care about the person right now. But what kind of things in this day and age are not something you can compromise on, and yeah, when you need to draw the line in the sand of despite everything, despite this and this and that, these are the things that are just like this is when it has to end and it's not okay anymore.
Thank you. Yes, questions or yes, sir.
I thought it dealt with the difficulty of separating job from life and how the job, and how the job is the life because you spend so much time in it. Not only that, you saw two individuals that livelihood of their jobs was very much opposed to each other. And you could see how that pulled them apart. I thought it had little to do with AI. I thought it had a lot to do with technology in the valley as it shifts from one to the other. Cool. And it just happens to be AI today.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. That's great. Yes.
I thought he was narcissistic.
Yeah.
And that she was shocked by it. You know, she was in a fog for a long time, and then she had all this pressure around her with her parents saying, hey, this isn't okay. She knows it's not okay. But it takes that long for her to see him do it, and then she's just shocked by it. By the narcissistic, just the way that he has everything revolving around him. Everything. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah, the whole time I was watching, I was thinking, gosh, I've met so many of my clients that are so narcissistic. But, and that's what caused me to speak up. What I think, though, is that this is also about self-love. And the narcissism kind of came to me when you were talking about your history, not graduating Stanford, starting a company, building a company, so that becomes your identity. And her character has culture to rely on as kind of a North Star. My parents raised me to believe this. We want this for my children. I want to teach my child this. But because of his narcissism, but also because of his choosing success and not completing education or something, he's trying to make up for that, but he doesn't have anything to rely on except his own self gratification, his own self image.
Yeah.
And he can't let go of that because he doesn't have anything else to hang on to. So I thought it was written very well. The hard thing for me at the beginning was caring about either character because, and I said this at another thing that we went to, I don't have words for my rage, but you're actually writing the words for my rage. And the first scenes, I had trouble identifying with either, right? But in the second part where she talks about her family, and I think that then brings that home. So thank you.
Thank you. Before I throw any more questions, are there any questions from the audience for us? We have 8 minutes before cupcakes. Yes, Chris.
The one big kind of question I had was I didn't know when this was happening because the inauguration ball is usually like 8 p.m. to like well after midnight, and then you say there's after parties that they also went to, and so it's like, okay, I imagine this is like 3-4 in the morning, but then he orders a full steak dinner, and also they're calling people on the West Coast after midnight, which maybe the babysitter's up, but I was just like trying to gauge, and then I was like, oh, but he said he's in a suit, so he's not in a tux. Maybe they skipped the inauguration ball and they went to other things, but no, they said they went to the after party. So I was just trying to gauge, like, are they drunk? Like, did they come in drunk? Like, if they're in the after party, are they inebriated, or is this the first glass that they're having? I was just trying to get like as a foundation of where we were starting from. I think that the arc was nice, but I just didn't know where we began.
Sure.
tonight.
Cool. Thank you.
So that's my question. I don't know if you have an answer. If you thought it was 3 a.m., 1 a.m., 6 in the
I
morning.
wrote it fast.
Cool. Got it. Great.
That's the next draft. That's what these questions are for.
Who needs setting an appointment?
No, I didn't have like an actual, like a concrete answer for that. No. Yes.
Hi.
She don't need a mic. She don't need a mic.
I appreciate that. So,
I respect it.
I thought that this script and the parts of the storytelling where each person is reflecting on history, the things that they went through together when they were in college, translated really well in the stage reading format for me because it helped me paint the picture of the history. But how do you envision that being staged and not making it feel like it is an explanation? Because I understand for the purposes of staged reading, like it works. But if you're blocking this and you've got movement, like how does that shift you painting that picture for the audience that is no longer watching a staged reading?
Yeah. I think once you would get it on its feet, like sort of figuring out how long the chunks, like Joyce goes like maybe 2 pages in some chunks without. Yeah. but like without getting interrupted. And I think that you would find in a rehearsal whether or not you could actually go that long without like little things here and there to do it. But I do think also when you're staging it, you do have the benefit of like he's eating, she's packing things, they're doing all these different things. And then when they talk about the story and they're trying to in some ways remanufacture what was great about their relationship, sort of proximity to each other and how they physically interact with one another and what physical touch is ends up being huge in a way that a stage reading can't ever do. So the funny thing is I actually had the opposite worry of what you said, where in a staged reading, like, God, they're talking for a long time. But I'm also like, there's only 2 actors out there. That's what the script is. And yeah, but thank you. Yeah, that's sort of in my mind. I think we would try to find it organically, but I do think that the physical proximity and physical touch ends up being a real big factor of that.
Congratulations to the actors for doing such a great job. Can you talk about what you had these words in your mind, in your dreams, probably for the last 5-6 days? What was that experience like today in bringing that out?
I had to remind myself that I do not think that I'm the villain. I know that of the 2 people, that Ethan is more likely to be the villain of this story, but he doesn't think he is, right? And I had to keep like saying to myself, I'm not the villain. Stop being villainous, and like actually justify, believe in what you say because you think it's the truth and you think it's right. That was my big struggle today. Was don't be a bad guy, be the truth. And I was like consciously thinking about that yesterday as well as today. I'm just like putting that through my mind. So that was what was going through mine today.
For me, I think I had an easier time in some ways because I think I identify more with Joyce, probably than Drew identifies with Ethan. Drew and I are married. I mean, Drew and I are married in real life, so I hope that. I will say, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, and I realized that. So when we in real life as a couple have disagreements, like there are certain tones or cadences that you just as a human you fall into when you're fighting. And I was like, oh, I recognize some of these in myself or some of these in Drew. But it felt very safe and comfortable because these are not arguments that we have as human beings. We had done another play where it was a couple who had The Mercy Seat by Neil LaBute, if anyone knows it. Very contentious. Yeah, very contentious. It's a couple, again, fighting high stakes stuff. And their topics are topics that we, and I think a lot of other couples have like struggled with. And that one, I was like, oh, I do not feel safe bringing like Melissa's actual argumentative side to it. I needed a separation. So this one, in some ways, felt very safe to me, even though I heard my real self and Drew's real self coming out more.
For me,
how was it reading stage direction?
I mean, I didn't have the hard journey like Drew and Melissa had, so I got to just watch them just do their thing, and it was fun to do. The way that I was just really viewing my role was just I'm just the fly on the wall, just observing their argument. So
I will say you along with everyone in the room contributed to like sort of the questions and where we had huge revisions each day of the week this week, and Alicia, you as well had a lot to say in that as well. So you were reading stage directions, but you contributed a lot too. So thank you. And, yes, Kunal.
If you had before writing this play, if you had ever thought about or imagined what these marriages are like political marriages or like CEO founder marriages. Like I always wonder about Usha Vance, and so like I'm always like, what's that like?
Yeah. Well, that was kind of the thing, right? Where it was like the different things that sort of ended up being nuggets that made me that pushed me to write the play was like seeing spouses of certain people where I'm like, how are you married to this person? And then like seeing those photos of the inauguration and being like, what is happening? I grew up here. I hate this. And then things are sort of spiraling from there. But yeah, that was the big thing for me because I think this play is a bit of a departure in some ways where like, I mean, it's a departure kind of, but not totally. Because at the end of the day, what I usually end up writing about is like relationships and family and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, this is sort of what this play ended up being in some ways. And what's interesting is Melissa gave me like a really, really helpful nugget during on Monday, where on Monday, the 55-minute version of the play, Melissa was like, so the A plot right now, the A plot is like AI and him in power. Like it's like a Marvel movie. Like what's he gonna do with power? And the B plot's their relationship. And Melissa's like, well, what do you want it to be? And I'm like, I actually want the A plot to be the relationship and the B plot to be all the other things that can be sort of relevant around it in terms of the technology. So then then all of the other things started to come into play in the 30 more pages that were written Monday to Thursday. But that so I do think that me just sort of being like watching the news and being like, what are you doing? Like to a lot of people. And then also like in my personal life, there's like relationships where I'm like, what are you doing? and so I think that sort of found itself into the play. There was a lot of things that were cut that I'm like, I cut it and I'm like, I'm sorry guys, that was just me spiraling. I like spiraled a lot writing this play, and I would cut chunks of it where I'm like, that was no longer the character, that was just me going on, me just going off. But yeah, I think we have time for one more question. Y'all are wonderful. I thought someone would be more mad at me about this play. Yes. You're mad at me. You're the one.
To what extent, if any, does AI play in your life?
To what extent? Directly, other than the two things that I've used AI for are this play for those moments, and I'll use like the PowerPoint AI, where when I have my slides I teach at San Jose State, and I'll pop in all of the images and all of the words that I want to use, and I just ask it to format it for me onto a deck. And those are the two things that I use AI for. And then in terms of how AI affects my life, I'm sure in a lot of ways that I don't pay attention to. But in scary ways, I'm sure. But that's all I use it for. I try not to, even though like the ChatGPT account that I used for this was like the one the university gave me. You know, like San Jose State's like, here's your account. You have an unlimited account now. And so, yeah. I guess that was a really bummer last question. Well, one more.
Just because this was sitting in my head, and I know Melissa, and we are of the same generation. I am a first generation Asian American, and when she was talking about like understanding some of the Cantonese that people were throwing out there during the protests, and then she hopped on the phone to talk to her mom, like part of me was waiting for her to throw in a little bit of Cantonese, right? Because like I speak Chinglish with my parents because that's how I grew up, and I was just like kind of curious to know like how much of sort of that background in Joyce's character did you sort of think through in terms of like how would I want to structure that family unit, and how that culture and her upbringing plays into how she has grown up as an adult today. I resonated, like there was so much that like I felt in this play. Like I never thought that I would sit here and like viscerally feel so much watching a staged reading.
I thought of you when I was reading it. Yeah.
But I mean that was a huge part of something that I thought about too, was like her upbringing and why she feels the way that she does. Like how much of that like did you kind of think through, and where were you hoping that would take her as an adult?
I think for me when I was writing it, it was a little bit more. It was a little bit more general than like the specific like Chinese Cantonese background. It was more like child of immigrants, Asian child of immigrants. The phone call was like one of the last things that we added in, and the little like the 3 words that of Cantonese she said to her mom and dad was text messages with Will Dow on how to say it. He gave me a lot more than I asked for, but I think a part of it, because we did have that conversation about whether or not, of sort of mixing the languages, but if we wanted to do that, it was sort of just like a matter of not having time, because my only option would have been to ask ChatGPT to translate it for me.
I would like to add too that so Jeffrey was like, I don't know, maybe adding in some Mandarin or Cantonese, and so I grew up hearing Cantonese, but I can order dim sum and I can count to 10, and that's about it. Maybe like ask where the bathroom is, and so he's like, yeah, maybe some Mandarin or Cantonese, and I was like, well, my accent will be less atrocious with Cantonese, so can we lean toward that if we're gonna pick anything? And I think part of you might have heard that and been like, okay, let's keep it minimal.
But yeah. Did that answer your question? Sure. Cool. Well, anyways, thank you so much, everyone. If you go out this door and to the left, there is, there's things. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to say something. Hey, everyone. I was trying to get us out of here to some cupcakes and champagne. No, but in all honesty, so as I said before, so the reason this is a little more awkward is because everything that I wanted to say to thank everyone, I had to say when I was vamping for 5 minutes earlier. But truthfully, this is a part of an initiative that CATS has been doing to sort of uplift Asian American playwrights. And literally what happened was maybe 3 years ago, right before my honeymoon, we all went out to lunch, and I'm like, I have this idea for like this like multi-layered thing of how to uplift and give opportunities and resources to Asian American writers. And I have nothing to provide for you but the idea, and I need like quite a bit of money. And at this lunch, they were like, this sounds like a great idea. We'll find the money and we'll do it. And here we are. And for 2 years, we've had sold out short play festivals at San Jose Stage Company. We've commissioned 12 short plays from emerging Asian American playwrights. We've commissioned a play by me, a play that's going to be coming by Min, and then a third playwright to be determined, which is very exciting. That's going to be on its way, and we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it going, and we're going to keep uplifting these voices. But as I said, it was me saying, "I have an idea in $0. Do you have dollars?" And they've thrown in a way that really has made a real impact on a lot of artists' lives and the community and a lot of audiences. So as we said earlier, half jokingly but very seriously, on the little sheet there that has the 3 QR codes, there is a QR code to Venmo and support cats. And so if you can provide anything, $1, $2, your whole credit card, your social security number, like we would appreciate any and all of it. And to thank you for your large donation, there are cupcakes. You go out the door and to the left. But honestly, thank you all so much for being here. You've been a wonderful audience. Please support the organization, and please enjoy bubbly and cupcakes.